market pressure at this point in time is coming. I mean, I think market pressure is coming from the big giants, basically scooping up most of the advertising dollars. So I think publishers and content creators at this point in time used to be able to be supported by whether it was print or TV or whatever. Digital has a lot lower CPMs, so it becomes hard to create high quality content and be supported by digital advertising. So the pressure is like, how do we figure this out and be able to make the big dollars and be able to take more of the market share from the big two, the duopoly, or it'll soon become the triopoly as Amazon really gets into it.
So where do you think the market pressure is mostly coming from?
It comes from advertisers always. I mean, publishers really are beholden to what advertisers are willing to do. If they can find their audience using one channel or the other, that's where they're going to go, and then advertisers just fall in line, kind of like the Pied Piper.
Market pressure is coming from the publishers' need to maximize revenue, and every ad tech players want to get in between that.
The market pressure, I mean, I think there's still significant inefficiencies in the buy side, right? The buy side is starting to get smarter and smarter in how they create their programmatic strategies, right, in buying. So that's where it's coming from. You know, they're starting to be cautious of what they buy, how they buy, right, making sure they're buying, you know, more premium content, reducing fraud, looking for things like higher viewability to ensure that they're meeting the ROI of their clients' needs.
Well, market pressure is interesting. I think that there's certainly too many solutions on the sell side that are undifferentiated. In the world of header bidding, there's no advantage to having tag on the page like there used to be. So essentially an auctioneer, be it an exchange or an SSP, is effectively a commodity, and it's very difficult for them to compete.
From me.
From you personally?
Yes. I think it's coming from, I think everybody understands that the header bidding, particularly in programmatic and desktop, was disruptive. It did kind of make a major difference in the space, and I think we all understand that. People on the SSP side, exchange side, publisher side, all understand that the header concept, and it's not the same thing, again, because it can't be, but the concept of how it worked will make a lot of sense in the mobile app space. And, you know, I think everybody involved in understanding is excited about it.
Let's all be honest, waterfalls are the most painful thing. From my end and the back end, it is the worst experience ever. Let alone from a revenue standpoint, it is not efficient. It is an awful yield experience. At this point, we often see there are programmatic standpoints that can make us more money than direct sold.
I think, you know, a lot of folks talked about the driver of header bidding initially was to get fair competition with DoubleClick, and I've never really seen it that way, and I've never seen that as, you know, what made the clients happy afterwards. It's really about getting ultimate competition for each ad impression, creating the super auction between all your demand sources, you know, breaking the waterfall, and that really, you know, the driver was really, you know, just getting better yield. You had a lot of smart people doing a lot of manual work manipulating waterfalls, and there had to be a better way.